everybody, Sensei Arthur here, and we are going to go over some defense. Most importantly for martial arts is the defense. Unfortunately, most martial arts, and traditional and modern martial arts, have gone to, they say that the modern ones are more accurate in their descriptions. The traditional ones, they claim self-defense, but they practice self-offense. And some people can make the argument that a good offense is the best defense. Well, that's partially true, depending on how you do your defense and what kind of offense you have and how you're looking at the theory of it. Now, I've heard those things for a long time, but until I saw my teacher, Taiko Oyata, do it in a way that I had never seen before, it opened my mind to a whole different way of martial arts and how martial arts can be done that's realistic, practical, and useful. Every single motion, every single move, and every single form that I've ever seen in martial arts before has a use, but I didn't realize it, and I had never seen really good uses for them or somebody actually doing it in a way that looked realistic until I met my teacher. So we're going to be sharing those things with you in these videos, more so than we did when we were in the school, so that you guys can visualize more of how these things work and where they go. So we're talking about single block today, and single block is a motion in a position that is in the hand position. Every martial art has it, every single one, all the way down to boxing, and I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. They all have this position, and they don't use it the same way, but they have it. So if you look at a lot of martial arts, they all have similar common movements that are all over. How they use it may vary or differ. Some people will have really basic ways of using it that don't work every time. It's kind of luck of the draw, and some people have better ways of using it. But the way you know is by when you do something, does it work? Do you feel like it's something you can do over and over again and produce the same result with that technique? If it can, then it's a good technique. So single block is the motion you guys all have seen. We've done this many times. You can do it with this chamber hand here or here. So this position is how we would do single block in Tamari Seisan. If you look at this, all right, this looks like the Notre Dame guy. So if you look at any of the, go look at the Fighting Irish, the Notre Dame mascot for Notre Dame. It's a bare knuckle boxing stance that people used to do way back before boxing became popular like we know it today. It was a different type of fighting art back then, closer to some kind of martial art from a long time ago than what we see people doing in boxing today. So that guy is in a single block position. Okay, his hand is just here like we do in Tamari Seisan, one of our katas, and it's not chambered back here, which is for a different purpose. Okay, so single block is one of those moves, like our major blocks, single block, double block, head block, that is used for offense and defense. Okay, so offense and defense. In a basic way, most people think you throw offense and you use defense when somebody throws offense at you, and then you counter back with offense. Well, that's too slow. So the way our teacher said it was offense and defense should be together, right? Now there's levels to that. There's together, closer timing than going block, punch, right? There's one idea. Block, punch. If you're coming at me and I go, you attack, and I block, and I punch, that's defense, offense. But if you punch twice really fast, we might collide hands, or we'll crash into each other's arms, or maybe you're faster than me, so you hit me with the second one. But if I put my offensive hand behind my block at the same time, 1/10 of a second following out, well, now your second one won't be out before that one. So that's one way to put them closer together. The other way is to understand that your defensive hand is also offense. So when you're attacking me, if I just smack your hand and push it to the side, it's just a defensive parry. But if you come out and I attack that hand with my first motion, if I hit your attack, that's also offense. So that attacking hand, and this is still 1/10, so I get offense and defense at the same time with this first contact, and that second one is more likely going to be an offensive motion. Unless your second hand is coming out, then this hand will pick that up. So it gives you double defense if you need it, and it gives you offense, double offense if you need it too. So single block is a really tactical and strategic way to use those motions, and it's very effective. And it's very painful when it's done correctly. You're good at picking up those arms as they're coming at you. So single block. Hand goes here, other hand goes here. You cover across, chin height. In front of this shoulder is the starting position. Over to this shoulder is the end position. I keep my knuckles at chin height, my backhand comes to the front. So now I have an X with my arms. The hand that started as the cover pulls back, and then I end in the position on this side like I did on the other side, in front of my shoulder. Now I start this side, from the front of the shoulder, cover across to this shoulder. Backhand goes to the front, and then they reset back to the starting positions on this side. Now, some things to remember. My hand is not close to my body here. My arm is at like a 45-degree angle, both off my body and away from the body. This arm, the chambering hand, is from the natural position. If I was to just curl my hand up and twist my palm up, my wrist is sitting right in a divot, right here below my pec at the top of my rib. Everybody has, right at the top of your rib cage, there's a little curve underneath your pec, okay? And your wrist, where your watch would be, sits there. Not your hand, not your palm. That's not this, it's this part. Right here at the side, like as if you had a watch on, that side part where the band would be, sits right in that divot. You don't have to do anything weird with your hand. You naturally just, if you're standing here, twist your palm up and bring it up like that. And your wrist is touching your body, not your palm. You see, I'm not doing this, it's this. Okay, so that's the chamber hand position. So single block, one more time. My arm is out in front of my shoulder, chin height, 45-degree angles on my arm. I go across to the other shoulder. The backhand goes out to the front. It's in front now. It's the lead hand. And then I pull this one in and reset that hand at the new front hand. This is the front. Now from this shoulder, cover across, bring this hand out front, and reset. That's your single block motion. Okay, and medium speed, it would look like this. That's where I'm doing the cross together. So I'm covering and bringing this hand out at the same time. This one, backhand always goes to the front for basic, okay? There's other ways and other levels of doing single block. So right now we're doing this version where you put your backhand to the front. The underneath crossing, or as we call it, the passing off, okay? And regular speed. Good. Okay, work on that. Let's do, let's try 50 reps on each side. So you could alternate. It's a total of 100. You could break it down however you want. You want to do 10 sets of 10. For the younger guys, let's see if you can do 30 total. Work on that one day, the next day do 30 again. Videotape it and let us see. Don't videotape it until you have it down. So what we want you to do is practice, have somebody give you feedback, watch it, right? If you have parents there for the Samurai Ninja, then you guys, make sure they're putting their hand in the front. Have them work on it, you help them out, and then when they have it down and they have the coordination of where the hands go, that's appropriate for their age within their ability, then you film that, send us their best work, okay? Thank you guys, and we'll see you on the next video.